Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of If This Car Could Talk. Thanks for your continued support of our channel. We love bringing you all these awesome cars, as well as auction and car show coverage too. In the coming weeks, we'll have a Patreon link so you can support this channel as we travel out of state to bring you even more car stories. Today's feature is a stunningly beautiful 1969 Chevy Impala SS 427 hardtop. It's a well-known restoration that owners Dennis and Dennis Albani enjoy on a regular basis. Everyone that sees this beauty knows they're looking at a very rare car. Now sit back and enjoy the video telling you all about this sweet ride. Leave a comment on what you think of it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free, and we promise to keep bringing great automotive content to you every week. Now, let's go for a ride.
My name's Dennis Albani. I own a 1969 Impala SS. My dad purchased it back in May 24th of 1985. I started driving it in September of 85, drove it through high school, ended up parking it like 1988. I graduated high school in 1987. 1969 Impala SS 427 4-speed was purchased from Lang Chevrolet in 69. Actually, March 18th of 1969. It's an L36 390 horsepower. Original purchase price was $4,490.40. Factory options: Le Mans blue, came with posi, tinted glass. It's got the bucket seats, center console. The original owner upgraded the stereo to an 8-track, to the AM/FM with an 8-track system. The rear end's got a 373, and the four speed's close ratio. It's an M22. The original purchase price for the SS package was $422.35 just to get it in an SS package. Roughly, there was about 2,455 Super Sports built. Out of that being a 4-speed and the 427, there wasn't too many of them. Like I said, I started driving it to high school when I was in the early 80s. My parents used it for a tow vehicle. They towed a lot of their show cars around the country. My dad installed a receiver hitch and trailer brakes on it. Drove it a lot through high school. Back on Wednesday nights, we would take it down to Firebird and do one Run What You Brung night. So a few Saturdays a month we would race. Me and my buddies would race down there. My sister also had a 67 Impala. And then we would go down on Wednesday nights and just go drag race it. It was a lot of fun. I still have some of my old racing slips from back in the 80s. Yeah, it's a 1969. I was born in 1969, and the engine's a 427, and that's my birthday also. So I think I don't know if my dad knew that ahead of time when he got it, and it was this car was made for me. So, and my sister also has a 1967 Impala that she has, and her birthday was in 67, so that's why she has that one. One quick story about my dad. He used to cruise Central too, and he caught me one night on Central, and he pulled up next to me at a light, and he says, I don't care if you drag race. He said, you better win and you better not get caught. And then on that note, I did get pulled over once. I got pulled over for drag racing. One afternoon, me and my sister were bowling in a tournament, and she has a 67 Impala. And we left the bowling alley, and we both lit it up at a light. And she was 2 years older, probably a little smarter than me at the time. And sure enough, I blow her away. The next thing you know, there's a motorcycle cop behind me, and she keeps on going. Me, the younger idiot, I pull over. He gets me up out of the car and starts walking around the car, and it's like I'm scared to death being a 16-year-old. Getting pulled over for drag racing the first time, and he starts asking me, questions about the car. And anyways, long story short, he says, "You have a nice car, keep it that way." He let me go. Then, of course, I go home, and I remember my dad and my sister were on the driveway waiting for me, and I couldn't just wait to tell. And my sister was all happy that I got in trouble, but anyways, I got out on good behavior, I guess. February 2017, I brought it home. Got it roadworthy again, and by then my dad's health was failing a little bit, and but April 26th of 2016, I finally was able to take my dad for a last ride, and he ended up passing the next year. But he had dementia, and I don't know if he knew where he was, but he sure had a smile. So yeah, we went for about a 20-30 mile drive that day, and I got pictures of him just smiling. Since then, we just like driving it. It's not perfect. It's a driver. It's not a trailer queen. We like to drive it everywhere. Me and my wife just got married this last February, and it was a showpiece in front of. We got married in a bowling alley because we met in a bowling alley years ago, but that was we parked it out front. Okay. Yeah, within the last couple of years, we started collecting stuff with the '69 Impala. I found these. I'm not even sure what they're called. Dealer promos with the Impala and the Chevelles on it. The one with the colors and fabrics on it for all the '69 models. It's got the Impala, it's got the Camaro, it's got the Corvette, and the Chevelle wagons. But it's got the colors, it's got the cloth colors also. I've never seen those before, and probably won't see them again. They're not perfect, but once I get my garage done, we're gonna frame them and put them up in there. I mean, I feel like a little kid in it, going through the gears, and every light, somebody want to race me, and it's a boat. It runs good. It's not the fastest car, it's not the slowest car, but driving down the road, every time we drive it, thumbs up and cool car. What is that boat? It's not the it's not the Camaro. It's it's a little bit of an oddball thing. It's last year the Impala SS is it's just fun to drive and tell the story about it.
Now the Albani family is enjoying the fruits of completing their lengthy projects in this gorgeous '69 Chevy. Thanks, Dennis and Jeanette, for sharing your really cool Impala with all of us today. Join us again next week as we bring you coverage of the Bonhams auction held during auction week in the Phoenix area every January. They bring out some of the finest cars available that sell for incredible money. We'll fill you in on all the details next week. Until then, please be careful out there.